Hi, I'm Marcia Coet. I'm the Senior Division Supervisor, and it's been 2 years and we've missed you greatly at this event, but we know so many of you stuck with us the whole way, and I can't tell you how profoundly grateful we are. You know we cannot run our programs without your support. So I hope in the most serious way possible you can understand how incredibly grateful we are. Oh, our theme, of course, is just springtime and new beginnings. So I hope you enjoy Anna's wonderful bright decorations just to cheer us all up. I have a couple of announcements. I'd like to just introduce some people to you quickly. They support our program in so many other ways. So Mayor Barnett is here from Farmington Hills in the back. Mayor Sarah Bowman is here with the City of Farmington. Joseph Valentine is the Assistant City Manager, and there he is. Jackie Ballware is here, City of Farmington Hills Council Member. Our Michael Bridges, also a council member. He also serves with us on our Commission on Aging, so thanks for coming out. All right. We have Ellen Schnackle. She's my boss, so give her a round of applause. Brian Moran, he is been with the city a long time at the ice rink, but now he's over his responsibility as facilities for special services. And I'm telling you, we don't call Brian because the lights are working or anything else. It's like, another problem in the building, call Brian. So thank you, Brian Moran. So, and we also have Brian Farmer here. He's Deputy Director of Special Services and who I directly report to, and he's in charge of all the programming for our department. So, Brian. Okay. Our Commission on Aging, who sponsors this event every year. So I'm going to announce Mary Buchanan, Dan Fantor, Marion Schulte, Carl Christoph, Nancy Cook. Okay. So we also have with us Jill Pines, who works in the city manager's office doing all the communications for the city. Okay. So enough for dignitaries. Did I miss anyone? Susan Harlan, and she is with Nancy?
The
Chamber.
She's the president of the chamber.
President of the chamber, so thank you for coming out. And she's Nancy Cook's neighbor. Definitely hometown, right? Okay, so it is my honor to introduce our mayor, Mayor Barnett from Farmington Hills.
New beginnings, sunny day. It's great outside. I don't know why this is necessarily called New Beginnings, except that it's been 2 years since we all got together. And we've weathered the storms of last summer, and we've weathered COVID so far. So I want you to all stay healthy and well. We need you. And I want to welcome you to this year's annual Adults 50 and Better Division. The one person who was left off of the immediate introductions, I want to point out, is Richard Lerner, former council member, who has done a tremendous amount for the city in volunteering across every board and commission and with the Good Fellows. I want to thank you for all of your years of volunteerism and all the time you put in. Anyway, it's a new beginning, which is good, because now we can enjoy the sunshine, hopefully get out and commune together a little more. But today's about you, all about you. about your years of dedication, the volunteer hours you put in, the time and energy you spend with our community, and your unceasing efforts and hard work to make sure that every senior in our committee, in our city, has the best life possible. So let me tell you what a little few things that you've done that are very specific to your work and your work alone in 2021. The city's senior transportation department, in partnership with SMART, provided over 7,200 rides to seniors and older adults with disabilities, to appointments, to shop, and to do the things necessary to live independently. On the more active end of the spectrum, the members of our cycling and active adults group participated in over 150 rides last year, all organized by a volunteer leader. And if you are a part of that group, please don't miss the opportunity to go to the trailhead at 275 and enjoy the ride. We put in a bike station and, with Brian Farmer's long hours of toiling, worked with the U.S. Department of Transportation. And if you don't think that's a hard job, believe me, it is. Took him over 2 years to get the job done, but we have a trailhead on a federal highway system, and it's at 8 Mile and Haggerty, and it's very well signed, and we hope you'll join us out there. And when you're done, you can go into downtown Farmington. Sorry, Sarah, I'm stealing a little of your thunder, because the Farmington Brewery has a special beer waiting just for you, 275 Trailhead beer. And last year alone, our senior volunteers, you folks, spent over 15,000 unpaid hours volunteering for our senior division programs. So with that, I hope it is a new beginning, and I hope everybody lives their best life in Farmington Hills. I want to thank you so much for being here today, and I also want you to please excuse your state representative who came home from vacation 2 days ago and is a little under the weather, and she apologizes. She started texting me. Yeah, they don't call anymore, your kids, do they? No, she started texting me at 6 a.m. Don't you love that little dinging on your phone at 6 a.m.? Anyway, I wanted you to know that she's not here, but she does send her congratulations to all of you, and thank you for your hard work. And now I guess, do I turn it over? Oh, I get to do this? Sure. It is my honor and privilege to introduce Sarah Bowman, the mayor of the city of Farmington.
Welcome, good morning. Thank you so much for inviting me to represent the city of Farmington, to thank all of you. I would absolutely be remiss if I didn't say how fabulous it is to see faces. Thank you for coming out, for being here this morning. While the world did shut down, needs did not. And you are the folks that continued to ensure that everyone was still well cared for. So that just cannot be understated, the importance of the work that the volunteers that you have put into making sure that our seniors and our folks in need were continued to be well cared for. So thank you so much. And thank you again for allowing me to be here this morning. The relationship that Farmington and Farmington Hills shares is it's tight, it's a great bond, and I'm just happy that we're able to pool our resources so that our community all feels well cared for. Thank you and good morning.
I have the pleasure of thanking and talking a little bit about my Cycling for Active Adults. It's called CFAA. I'm very proud of this club. It started back in 2013, and every year it just keeps growing and growing. The club promotes bicycle safety, enjoys fellow riders, and a healthy lifestyle. They all began, of course, just with bike rides. When the weather allows, they're out even sometimes in December, believe it or not. It's like a year-round bike ride. But the clubs got into where they get together, they do mall walking, they do cross-country skiing, a little hiking, snowshoeing, sometimes just get together for a social potluck. So the club's kind of evolved into a year-round club. Oh, and pickleball, yes. That just started up. That's got really, really popular. So they come out here on Fridays once a month and play pickleball, and then it grew into a Tuesday afternoon pickleball as well. So thank you for organizing that. In 2021, we had 185 registered members, and they rode a total of 19,500 miles in 166 rides. And that couldn't exist without all the dedicated ride leaders and sweepers who plan the rides and follow through with them. So all you ride leaders that are here today, will you guys please stand up for a little round of applause? Thank you. Some days there's actually like maybe 3 rides going on. So the club provides a variety of rides to all types of levels of rides. So if you just want to go for a little neighborhood ride, it's maybe like 4 or 5 miles. Maybe that's not right. Maybe it's like 8 or 10. But they take breaks and they don't leave anybody behind. And there are some real serious riders that maybe go out to Kensington and ride, 20 minutes out and 20 miles back and meet together for lunch after. So there's always something for everybody. I'd like to recognize one ride leader in Pacific, Lisa. Thank you so much. She's kind of like took the reins and kind of got this club going, and she follows up on our Facebook posts, puts together all this Excel sheet. She goes above and beyond. So thank you so much for all you do for the club. Next, I want to go on and thank a lot of the sponsors that support our Adults 50 and Better programs over the past several years. Even during the pandemic, we had sponsors that came out and supported our Thanksgiving drive-through dinner, where the sponsors came here and helped us run food out to the cars for people. They helped with an ice cream social that was a drive-by too. So there's always ways to get involved in sponsoring our programs and get yourself into our society here. I'd also like to thank Jim Plant from Bike Tour Vacations. He's right up here, and he sponsored the coffee bar today. I think he left a few little flyers if you're interested in going on a bike tour vacation. You can check that out. A lot of our sponsors' literature is out on the racks in the front lobby. So if you're interested in any of those, feel free to pick those up and frequent their businesses. I'm also happy that we're, again, here at the Caustic Center, we're able to have live parties and events. And that couldn't happen without my party planners and party setup people. So I have a few of them that are represented here today in the back. Joyce and Terry, I know. Am I missing anybody else? But these ladies come in super early, help us set the tables, do the decorations. They're a wealth of help, and they actually stay and help serve and even clean up. So that's very helpful. I can't forget one more special person here today, and it's my neighbor, but he's also, I should call him Santa. So Paul Fitzpatrick, thank you very much for helping us out at our holiday parties and bringing us cheer. One more group, a volunteer group that hasn't been able to work in a while, is called SAGE. And SAGE is the Senior Adults Giving to Education. This is a program designed to bring senior adults into the elementary classrooms to share their wisdom and values with the generation of children of Farmington Public Schools. Unfortunately, this program hasn't been able to happen in the last couple years. We are hopeful that this fall we are able to send those volunteers back into the classrooms. I know they have been missed, and the volunteers really miss helping out in the classrooms. So this program, if you're interested, you can let me know. It asks for 1 hour a week to go into an elementary classroom and help a teacher. Usually it's with math or science or helping reading. And what happens is this volunteers go in and they're like, oh, I can stay another hour. I can come back another day. And it just grows, and they get this relationship with the kids and with the teachers. So hopefully that program will be allowed to happen in this fall. And I'm going to turn it over to Debbie, I believe, and talk more about our wonderful volunteers.
Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Debbie Julianelli Smith. I am a senior division programmer alongside Anna. I also manage the front desk, the Caustic Senior Front Desk. Our gratitude to our volunteers cannot be expressed enough. Our programs could not run without our wonderful volunteers taking their personal time to help us set up and run so many successful programs. One of our biggest endeavors is the ARP Tax Assistance Program. Provides free tax assistance to people in need, or tax preparation for people in need. Kathy Poston and her staff of about 13 preparers and reviewers. Even with the pandemic challenges, we're still able to help over 100 people last year do their taxes. They're close to about 200 this year. Sorry, I lost track of where I was. During a normal year, if everyone can remember normal years, the number is closer to 600 tax preparations that they help people with. So with social distancing and completely pivoting to a drop-off method, the number of people they have helped is remarkable. So congratulations. Sojourn Bears is a group of volunteers that come together to create personalized bears for people who have cancer. They provide comfort. These bears provide comfort during their treatment. Joyce Weigel leads the group of about 14 volunteers who during the pandemic produced about 125 bears. So right now they currently work at home, but they do come together to complete their bears. So congratulations, Sojourn Bears. Okay, so we have several support groups that meet here at Caustic Center, such as caregivers, First Step Stroke, Grief and Loss, and Vision Support. Mary Buchanan and Dan Fantor and the other leaders organize and arrange speakers, provide resources, and are great listeners. They help provide a comfortable space where individuals can come together to share their stories, experiences, and feelings. Their groups provide a value support to our community. Congratulations. Twice a week, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we like to have some bingo fun, and that couldn't run without our volunteers, Percy Stamps, Sharon Liberardo, Darlene Moore, TR, and Bev Hines, our fearless bingo callers and helpers. Bingo rounds out our Tuesdays and Thursdays where many people come to Caustic and for the day, frequenting our gym class, have a congregate lunch, play bingo, and they can all do this for under $6. So that's a pretty good deal, isn't it? So, yay, bingo. Okay, so our telephone reassurance volunteers, Galen Seavey, Susan Anderson, Kavitha, Susan Kalinsky, and Masha Silver provide daily contact with seniors living alone and homebound. These calls brighten everyone's day. Seniors enjoy their call, and the families appreciate the reassurance of extra support. So I think we have a couple of our volunteers for reassurance. So thank you for your help. Okay, and last but certainly not least, our check-in and greeter, John Lepine. John has helped us in so many ways throughout his many years of volunteering, but since the pandemic, he has been our lobby greeter, helping people when they come in and check in for class. He has provided a warm welcome to our volunteers, a warm welcome to our members. So thank you, John Lepine. There he is. Okay. So thanks again to all our volunteers, and now I ask Julie Wheeler to come up and say a few words.
Good morning. My name is Julie Wheeler. I'm the guest services coordinator. I'm in the front office. Don't look familiar to all of you. It's because I started here in the middle of the pandemic. So as the guest services coordinator, I oversee the home chore program This was really, because we're coming out of the pandemic, my first season with the home chore program. So I want to express a great gratitude. They're not here, but I had a fantastic crew of student volunteers from the National Honor Society at North Farmington High School, and that was facilitated by their faculty mentor, Brian McNeff. They put together a crew that helped out with our fall leaf raking program, and over the course of 2 weekends, they raked the yards of 15 homes where seniors on limited income and with physical limitations were unable to do it themselves. And I can't tell you how grateful those seniors are for that help. Many of those same seniors were also grateful for the volunteers from a local church who offered to assist them with snow removal this past winter. And we are working with establishing a relationship with that church and hopefully others where we continue to do that with the snow removal so that we have that option for our seniors in the community as well. So we are in the early process of rebuilding our in-house home chore program, and this program supports the older adults in Farmington and Farmington Hills that need help with minor household chores, such as light plumbing, electrical jobs, hanging a window treatment, and other various tasks. I have had one gentleman who has done a wonderful job at several homes over the past few months, Mr. Mike Maher. I don't believe he's here joining us today, but I cannot tell you how, again, grateful those seniors are for the little things like fixing the blinds that weren't hanging correctly and the kitchen cabinet door that would fall off whenever they'd open it. So I just can't tell you. He's the only volunteer I have right now, so we are building the program. If any of you happen to be handy, like to do some things around the house, like to help some people out, or know someone who would, I would love to have the opportunity to speak to you. Get a hold of Julie Wheeler in the front office. We'd love to help you. Thank you very much.
My duty here is to recognize our commissioners from our Commission on Aging. Of course, the pandemic stopped some of our projects and some of our meetings, but we were able to work on 2 specific, very important projects. One, almost on her own, 99%, Mary Buchanan is updating our adult resource directory, which is a huge monumental project. So thank you, Mary. The staff helped, but oh my goodness, Mary, all those phone calls, and thank you. The Education Committee is meeting monthly right now because we're so aware of elder financial exploitation in our community and across the nation. One very important person to me was exploited just this month. Me. Yeah. So, it's never very far from home. Be aware, the predators are out there. So our group is working on a number of areas. Julie McConnell, we've also worked with the Farmington Hills Police, and they've been wonderful at this for years, doing education on this. Julie McConnell, one of our commissioners, is also an attorney in town, elder law attorney. And what really sparked this mission for her is she sees it in her practice so often. Trusted individuals and unfortunately family members are often the most common people who exploit older adults. And so we want to work in every facet we can with 2 points. We want to work with professionals in the field, and we want to work with older adults themselves. And so we're putting together those educational pieces. Last year, Julie became a trainer to train under the National White Collar Crime Center for Victim-Centered Response to Elder Exploitation. And she did that training for, I think, about 25 detectives at our police station. So, really important mission that the commission is working on, and I really do celebrate that. And a special thank you goes out to Jerry Ferrari, who assists the commission by overseeing and updating our website, taking that information that Mary has, and then it's also available online for our resource directory. So thank you, commissioners, for all you do. Let's give them a round of applause. Our gift shop staff, wonderful group of people. Many of you know of our Avanza treasures. You drop off items you don't need anymore. We resell those items, and then the money that is taken from that goes out to a senior in the community in need. Maybe they need help paying an unexpected bill or a very expensive heating bill, something that, some need in the community for our older adults. But thank you to all you who drop those off. But we have so many gracious staff who work in that gift shop. They decorate it, they organize it, they price things, they do so many nice things for us, donating their time especially. So thank you to our gift shop workers. So I'm going to talk to you. Teresa Jerkovich is a lucky girl on vacation someplace warm. God bless her. But she does a wonderful Adopt a Senior program every year. Many people in the community take on a senior. Last year it was 461 people in the community adopted a senior in December. Yeah. So many of the people who deliver these are our own police and firefighters who do this on their spare time. So it's a lot to deliver also. So the police, the Farmington Hills Police Dispatch, I had to get that right, Teresa told me 3 times, and some of our fire workers do that as their volunteer work. Teresa also works with our friends at the Goodfellows, and they, of course, provided 90 gift baskets and food baskets to older adults in the community. So thank you, Goodfellows. More on the Goodfellows soon. And this spring, of course, being April, and we are providing gift baskets again to 120 seniors. So also Teresa was busy during COVID with volunteers, and they delivered over 300 farm-to-family food boxes provided by One Resource in Oakland County and the Area Agency on Aging. So these were people who were just told, please don't go to the grocery store, don't go out in public, but it was nice to be able to deliver fresh food boxes to them. So thank you to all those volunteers. Although they left, our young people who are sitting in the middle here, our vision students, Chloe, Kyle, and Bryce, and their instructor, Terry Welty, pack about 130 lunch and breakfast bags each day for our home-delivered program. It's a great program. Its visions is part of the public school program to develop living skills. So we appreciate and we miss them in the summer greatly. So even though they're not here, thank you to the Vision students. So with that said, we have a former Vision student, David Brock, stand up. It just so happens, right? It just so happens that today is David Brock's 12th anniversary as a worker for the city of Farmington Hills. In the past, David has also won the Spark Plug Award, not just for the senior division, but for the whole special services department, because he really does put the energy and spark into everything we do. So thank you, David. David's a hard worker with A big heart.
A nice caring one.
A caring big heart. So,
Thank you, David.
thank you, David. Miss Teresa Bryant is calling her to the stage. I'm going to steal a little of her thunder. She was on Channel 7 News last week. Now it's hard to talk to her. You know, we got to go. Yeah, her agent gets to us, and you know how it goes.
Thank you, Marcia. Well, good morning. How's everybody doing? Need to stand up, move, stretch? Anybody need to get, I've got a long speech here, so, well, you want to move. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Teresa Bryant, and I am the Nutrition Services Coordinator for the cities of Farmington, Farmington Hills, meaning I'm overseeing the Meals on Wheels program and our congregate dining program. And just a heads up, there's going to be a lot of bragging and a lot of boasting in this speech because all you are wonderful volunteers, but I have the best group of volunteer drivers and packers who have just made everything in the last 2 years run like clockwork. They're not missing a beat during the worldwide pandemic and helped provide almost 200,000 meals to our homebound. So 200,000 meals that were all delivered by volunteers, okay? In addition, the kitchen staff and the nutrition staff have packed individually and are continuing to do so almost 10,000 meals for congregate dining that have been drive up and pick up only. We didn't go back to being able to even have people come in the building until September of 2021. So have been doing fantastic. A little perspective, in 2014, Meals on Wheels delivered approximately 65,000 meals. In 2019, we did about 87,000. So during the last 2 years, we've done over 100,000 meals in the last 2 years. So it's a lot of work. Because of our location in the Caustic Center and the convenience of having everything from a commercial kitchen, which is right outside the doorway there, to prepare all the meals, a loading dock that maintains a consistent area for food supply and other deliveries, and easy access for our drivers for parking and staging, we've been able to change and adapt on the fly, and we have, as those guys know. When the state shut down in March 2020, our main concern was to continue preparing and providing meals to those most vulnerable and not able to leave their homes, or in some cases, even arrange grocery delivery because of limited smartphone or computer access. Would we have enough volunteers and staff to continue operations? What happened if we had a breakout of COVID here with staff? What was the backup plan? And how to deliver to senior living complexes? We did all that and more because of our volunteers' dedication and support and willingness to not act like I was crazy when I would change things up to try and be more efficient, though they might have thought that in their heads. But we immediately moved drivers outside and we separated our packers inside. We figured out how to get meals to senior living complexes where the residents weren't allowed to gather and our drivers could not go into the buildings. Every day brought more and more participants looking for meals because of limitations in procuring the food. There were days when we had 5 or 6 new participants who each needed to have a phone assessment, information inputted into the computer, and assigned to a new route. Because of the number of new participants, we had to add an additional route, something that has not been done in 10 years here, which meant 5 additional drivers. For the next 15 months, all delivery of meals to drivers took place outside. Our director and deputy directors and support staff from around other areas of the city also came to help. They helped pack meals and they helped transported carts of meals out to the drivers. We were missing our congregate diners, those who would come in and sit and eat regularly with their friends, have a meal, and see other people. We also know they could be needing a meal, but did not want to participate in Meals on Wheels. Thus, the drive-up option of ordering and picking up a hot meal was started in October of 2020 and continued as a drive-up until 2021 in September, and currently is still a mix of people can come in and pick up a meal, or they are welcome to stay and eat with their friends. Along with missing them was the lack of special dinners and parties that Anna and Debbie had also mentioned. With careful planning, in November 2020, we arranged a drive-up Veterans Day celebration, complete with an honor guard, and some of you were present there to help us with that, who saluted every vehicle. At Thanksgiving, since we could not have our traditional community Thanksgiving, we did another drive-up for over 150 people, complete with a giant turkey and her helpers. We didn't forget our Meals on Wheels participants during the holidays either. Easter 2020, the kitchen staff prepared a special meal delivered by our drivers that also included a homemade card, a homemade bag that had candy, and other goodies in it. At Thanksgiving, everyone received a Thanksgiving meal, and Christmas 2020 had a gift bag with candy, presents, cards from neighborhood groups who gathered outside in the cold to assemble packets so that they could at least present something to the seniors. And remember, all of this was done for an average of about 210 people, and the volunteer drivers were delivering their food in addition to all these gift bags and items. We made it through, though at times we shook our heads. We continue to move forward with the number of participants still increasing on a weekly basis as the population of Farmington and Farmington Hills ages and the need for meals continues. Our congregate program expands each week as more and more people are returning to activities here. Swimming, yoga, gym exercise, bingo, all bring an average of 40 to 60 people a day enjoying our lunches, which will eventually be served in here. There has been sadness as we have lost some of our treasured volunteers who were friends also, either to COVID or other health-related issues. We miss them dearly. But there has been a great deal of laughter, friendship, and kindness. At the end of the day, mechanical breakdowns, horrific weather, food delays or substitutions, we have continued to deliver to an average of 210 people per day because of you, the volunteers. Packers in the kitchen who help prep the meals, to those in the Meals on Wheels Center, formerly known as Conway, and to our drivers. I'll be giving out 2 awards in just a few minutes, which I have to say was extremely difficult. I would have loved to have given each and every one of you an award. So many of you went an extra mile during the last 2 years and continue to do so every week and every day. My staff and I thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If you're a Meals on Wheels driver or a packer, please stand and be acknowledged. See, I told you there's going to be a lot of bragging. And now I have the lucky distinction of being able to move forward to our awards. Okay. So the Loretta Conway Senior Division Award was created to celebrate volunteers who show outstanding dedication and service to the Adults 50 and Better program. In July 1974, Loretta began serving older adults in the Farmington and Farmington Hills area 2 days a week with programs such as day trips, dinners, speakers, movies, bingo, and library services. After just a few years, the program moved to 5 days a week. The 2022 award goes to a deeply committed individual who we are happy to have as part of our team of volunteers, Bridget Moran. Bridget, would you join me, please? Bridget began volunteering for our Meals on Wheels packing program in October of 2012. As always seems to occur with wonderful volunteers who started out as a request from her initial phone call of wanting to help, has evolved into 2 days a week, assisting in packing our meals for the homebound. She is unfailing in her willingness to help keep the program running smoothly. when she broke her foot in August of 2021. Once she was cleared to walk in her boot, she came back to do whatever she could while she was sitting down. Bridget is on one of our to-call list volunteers, meaning that if someone is unable to make it in no matter the day, we're able to call her at the last minute, and if she's available, she'll come in. She's also willing to help whenever we need extra bodies in the kitchen to pack special meals or to assist with a project. Bridget is extremely pleasant, hardworking, generous, and always has a quick-witted response to keep things light. I am always pleased to have the opportunity to work with her and honored to be allowed to present the Loretta Conway Senior Division Award. Congratulations.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I was good. I was good. I kept threatening Bridget of things that I could say because I do have some stories, but I'll let her nieces and sisters talk to her. The Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award was created in 2009 to honor the memory of Mr. Vagnozzi as a role model to volunteers of the future. Mr. Vagnozzi held the distinction of being the first directly elected mayor of Farmington Hills, and he was a member of the Michigan State House of Representatives from 2002 to 2006. The 2022 Aldo Vagnozzi Spirit Award recipient is Michael Blackwell. Michael, can you come up? Michael is a volunteer driver on Fridays for our Meals on Wheels program. He's been delivering meals since 2017 after retiring from the Postal Service. Michael always has a kind word and a friendly smile to share with his fellow drivers, packers, and those on his route. Prior to, but especially during the past 2 years, Michael has been one of our, yes, sure, I'll be there drivers, even open to what we call mystery routes. Not a driver's normal route, but one that we desperately need delivery on because of an absent driver, even at short notice. Many weeks, Michael has been here delivering multiple times. Michael's pleasant demeanor and easygoing attitude makes him a favorite among our clients. He truly represents what it means to be an outstanding volunteer. Congratulations, Michael. It was with great delight to present you with the Aldo Benghazi Spirit Award.
Okay, the Robert A. Eastman was one of the first SAGE volunteers whose professional code of ethics carved out a path for our current SAGE volunteers. In honor of Robert A. Eastman, the SAGE program dedicates an award to recognize an outstanding SAGE volunteer of the future. Today, we are honoring the Robert A. Eastman SAGE Award recipient from 2020, who is Martha Maitland. Martha, will you come up? Can you? Can she come?
I already did. Oh, would you like to say something? Yeah, I'm just surprised to get the award.
So Martha has volunteered at Hillside Elementary in Susan Brzezinski's classroom for 7 years. She's been faithfully helping 1 to 3 times a week, doing a variety of things. During her time in the classroom, you could find her copying, cutting, gluing, reading with individuals, practicing math facts, helping children create or edit their writing pieces. She's a jack of all trades, is what Miss Brzezinski's told me. More than anything, the children look forward to seeing and love seeing Mrs. Martha. She's an incredible member of the Hillside staff. Congratulations, Martha. Let's hope she can go back and help again this fall.
Yeah.
I know she really, really misses it.
I am presenting the first of the Farmington Area Commission on Aging Awards. This award is the Margaret Loretta's Diamond Award. It is given to a resident age 75 or better from Farmington or Farmington Hills. The award nomination is for an outstanding volunteer who shows dedication and service to others. This nomination was put together by Teresa Jerkovich, our outreach counselor who knows Ann quite well. Ann Zanetti, can you join me on stage, please? Most of you know Ann, don't you? Yeah, you see. So Ann has been a volunteer at the Caustic Center gift shop for more than 9 years. Charming lady. We all really enjoy her, don't we? Her involvement and ideas help make the gift shop a success. Teresa said she has often observed the interaction between Ann and her customers. She refers to them by their first names and knows what items they may be interested in purchasing. For some customers, we always must remember this may be the only human contact they have for the day, so she really makes that time special. Before becoming a valued and reliable and great volunteer here at the Caustic Center gift shop, Ann spent 30 years at Botsford/Bowman, Farmington Hills Hospital volunteer. Yeah, 30 years. In addition, Ann looks out for her elderly neighbors. She drives them to various appointments and sends foods to their homes. She's also the favorite grandma. Ann is a very pleasant, loving person. It is my honor to recognize Ann Zanetti with the 2022 Margaret Loretta Diamond Award.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your breakfast. My name is Ann Zanetti, and as I'm a volunteer at the gift shop for about 3 days a week. Before I didn't make a speech, I'm just going to say what's in my heart. Before I say anything, I'd like you to meet my family. My husband of 52 years, Richard. Our son, Mark. Our daughter, Lisa. Thank you very much. Thank you, Marcia and Teresa. The gift shop that I work for, it's all run on volunteers and also on donation. And the donation we get, it's by all of you people donating them. And the proceeds that we get goes to the community seniors of Farmington and Farmington Hills. And before I forget, let's give a hand for the kitchen staff for the beautiful breakfast and everybody that did all this. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Thank you. Thank you, Marcia. Thank you.
I would like to ask Nancy Cook to come to the stage, and I believe she has a willing helper, Richard Lerner.
Whatever you want.
Oh, well, go ahead.
So it's my honor and Nancy's honor to introduce the recipient of the Margaret Loretta Gold Award. It's the highest award given by the Commission to a person 50 years or older who's an active volunteer supporting seniors in our community. And this year it's Alan Maxie. So Alan, why don't you come on up here while we talk about you for a while. So Alan is a graduate of Michigan State, go green, and the University of Michigan, go blue. He is a retired Ford executive who worked in finance, planning, treasury, and acquisitions throughout a rather long career. He was president of Neighborhood House for 8 years, a local charity that focuses on providing help to needy families, children, and individuals in Farmington and Farmington Hills. They also provide referrals, temporary housing, help with rent, utilities, food, and other agencies and resources in the area. In addition to serving as president of Neighborhood House, Alan is chairman of the Beaumont Farmington Hills Community Advisory Board. He is a trustee for the Foundation for Children, Youth, and Families. He's an active member of the Exemplar Club and a volunteer for over 20 years at the Farmington Area Goodfellows. More about that later. He is a member of the Farmington Area Support Team FAST, which provides assistance to local homeless families. And Alan has been a resident of Farmington Hills for over 4 decades. He and his wife Karen, who is a retired Farmington Schools teacher, have 2 daughters and 4 grandchildren. So in recognition of all of Alan's charitable work and incredible community involvement, it's our honor to present him with the 2022 Farmington Area Commission on Aging Margaret Loretta's Gold Award. And now a few words from my assistant.
Okay, I have worked with Al at Goodfellows and Exemplar Club. I have fond memories working with Al, from packing canned goods, passing out pumpkin pies, helping at the golf outing. He is fun, kind, and always agreeable. Al is a team player, dedicated to making the Farmington community the great place it is. And I didn't know, when I saw that resume, it made me nervous. So I had to bring Richard on board.
Yeah, I'd just like to quickly say thank you so very much. I am very honored and deeply appreciative to receive this award. It means a lot to me. Thank you all so very much.
And Dr. Marion Schulte. She is our chair, do we call it? Yes, chair for our Commission on Aging, and she's giving out our Community Commitment Award.
Thank you. Good morning. The Community Commitment Award is presented to a community-based organization or business that goes above and beyond to serve the older adults of Farmington Hills. Today we honor the Farmington Area Goodfellows. The Goodfellows is an all-volunteer organization, and every financial contribution, food or toy donation goes directly to help those in need. Each year, they find a donated warehouse and set up shop. Local businesses set up trucks, gas cards and moving services, and restaurants donate food for their volunteers. Our schools and local businesses also help the Goodfellows to collect almost 30,000 cans and boxes of food and thousands of toys. A staff of more than 60 volunteers work within their warehouses, along with high school hockey teams, the fire department, and more than 200 neighbors to help them make deliveries on the Saturday before Christmas. For these volunteers, it is an incredibly gratifying community-wide effort. This past December, the Goodfellows helped almost 450 of our neighbors who live below the federal poverty guidelines. Children, family, seniors, and developmentally challenged adults in their holiday assistance program received over 28,000 non-perishable food items, over 160 boxes of diapers and baby wipes, and each child received 3 toys and 3 age-appropriate books. Families also receive vouchers for groceries and 1 gift card per child. In addition to food items, seniors also received a box of personal care and paper items. Although the Goodfellows are best known for their activities during the holiday season, They also support those less fortunate all year round through the CARES Food Pantry, the Neighborhood House, where qualified applicants can get assistance for food, utilities, and housing. Here today to accept the Community Commitment Award for the Farmington Area Goodfellows is Richard Lerner. Come on back up, Richard. Richard has served for a number of years in a variety of capacities with the Goodfellows and is the current president and CEO. Under Richard's leadership, many innovations have been made to technology to keep people better informed, as well as to streamline ways to donate. With that, we are proud to present the Community Commitment Award for going above and beyond to the Farmington Area Goodfellows. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary, and you took most of my speech there. So I guess I'll be brief. On behalf of the Goodfellows, I just want to say thank you for this incredible honor. I get the privilege of accepting this award today, but there's a huge team of volunteers that work tirelessly year-round to make it all happen. I have probably the easiest job with the Goodfellows. I'm a fireman. So I go around and put out all the fires so everybody else can do their job. If you're not familiar with the Goodfellows, the first one was founded in 1914 in Detroit as the Old Newsboys Goodfellow Fund. And 3 Detroit news delivery boys, men, stood on street corners handing out souvenir newspapers and collecting donations. And that's how it got started. In the 1940s, what is now the Exemplar Club started the Farmington Area Goodfellows. And so we are an 80-plus-year-old organization. Oddly enough, I am but the 4th president. So Baird Tupper and Dick Tupper, his son, were president of this organization for almost 70 years. Our mission is No Child or Senior Without a Christmas, and our senior program has its roots right here in this building under Marcia, who I referred to as the Queen of the Senior Division, and Teresa Jurgovich, who is not with us today, but she really is the backbone of what we do for seniors in this community. She goes out and does home visits with each and every senior we serve. She makes sure that they're getting what they need aside from the things that the Goodfellows supplies. She makes sure that they're getting the other things they need to live life. So I guess we mentioned what's in a senior box. We also give out cards to Target and Heartland Marketplace. We rely on a number of local organizations and businesses every year to do what we do. We're really only in business 3 weeks a year. Our entire office and warehouse operation fits into 2 containers, pods, pack rat actually, and everything from the toaster microwave oven and the refrigerator and the lunchroom furniture to our desks, our phone system, the trash can, you name it, fits in those containers. Every year we have to find a local warehouse owner who has an empty business, and we run around looking for empty parking lots during the day, and then we call the warehouse owner and ask if we could borrow his building for free for a month. The public schools, Farmington Public Schools, do a food drive for us. It generally brings in 30 to 35,000 cans and boxes of food. We also collect food at the libraries, both city halls, the Caustic Center right here, and countless businesses. Joe's Produce, Kroger, and Bush's all donate empty boxes to us. Professional Movers of Walled Lake, Michigan brings all the collected food into our warehouse, and it's over a tractor trailer full of food by the time we're done, so it's a lot of heavy stuff. Sellers GMC and Hino Motors each lend us a truck in the season so we can go around and collect toys and food when we need to. Each day of the week in December, our warehouse volunteers get a free lunch, and those are provided by Peterlin's Restaurant, Bunchy's Chicken and Pizza, John Cowley and Sons Pub, Grand Tavern, and Farmington Deli. They each take one day of the week and donate lunch to our volunteers. And then on the Saturday before Christmas, over 200 residents show up and help us make deliveries in about an hour and a half. So it's really a sight to see. The Farmington Schools hockey team loads all the cars. The swim team helps us clear out the warehouse. The fire departments for both cities come out and help us direct traffic and handle dispatch. So the people that really make it all happen, some of them are in this room. I'd like to ask them to just stand up for a moment and be recognized. Our good fellows. I see you back there. Come on, Judy. So I'm going to embarrass them a little bit more. Jeff Glass back there drives a truck around town for us. Judy Glass is my right hand. She is the administrative. She is the paperwork. She is the one who always tells me what to do. Couldn't do it without her. Claudia Heinrich back there somewhere. Yes, hiding. Claudia does a lot of our thank you letters and data input. Her husband Dave is our database manager, and 5 to 7 years ago we didn't have a database. Now we are kind of a data-driven organization, so that's been pretty great. Tony Ferranti drives for us and picks up food also for Forgotten Harvest and some other nonprofit food organizations. Nancy Cook here writes thank you letters to our donors year-round, a job that never ends. Over here, Luke Cantor works in our warehouse. Alan Maxie works in the warehouse. Dick Cook in the warehouse. And Don Wingard is probably the only good fellow who has worked under all 4 presidents. He's been with us over 60 years. You must be 18 years old to work in our warehouse. Don has qualified for that for over 80 years now. So at age 98, he is still working in the warehouse, doing a great job. So with that, I just want to say thank you. It's an honor to receive this award today. And thank you to the senior division, all the folks here at Caustic Center for all you do, and all the volunteers in the room for all you do for the seniors in our community. This really is a community that cares, and you'd be hard-pressed to find another community in Southeast Michigan that does as much for seniors as Farmington and Farmington Hills do. So thank you all.
With that said, you see all our Meals on Wheels volunteers, reliable and on time, so they had to leave. Thank you all for coming out, and I really do appreciate all you do around the center. It makes a huge difference, and have a good day.